Interesting story about how I found out about you.
You saw me at the Oscars?
No. Remember that Subcom? Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this fine podcast, the podcast that is focused on your self-development and growth. My name is Kevin Miner, and today we have yet another episode that I hope and pray for sure will change your life or just enhance it. I'm good with that. Anyway, today is another guest episode. Nakama niliwa promise, it's fire. Today my guest, let me just give you an intro. This guy is an actor, a radio host, a TV host, and a vlogger. Charlie Karumi again. What's up, bro?
Sorry, I am my own round of applause. I am my audience. So, oh my God, it's Charlie.
Do me a favor, please. Get out of here. Get out of here, man. Shit, I'm saying.
How are you doing, bro?
Chilling. Okay, not chilling. Today is actually a warm day in Nairobi. So, yeah, it's good. It's good. I'm doing well. Yeah. I'm living, breathing, surviving. So, Nashukuru, we give thanks.
Yeah. An interesting story about how I found out about you.
You saw me at the Oscars?
No. Remember that Subcom? Subcom, we're going to talk about that in a while. But
yeah.
Remember that Subcom video you did? You were asking to go to the Oscars.
The Oscars go down on the 4th of March 2018, and I need your help to get me, my big Kenyan flag, and my video blogging camera to Hollywood. Here's all I need you to do. Share this video. That's it.
That's all, folks.
How will that help? Social media. That's how. Through your timelines, I'm connected to governments, airlines, hotels, fashion designers, fans, everyone that I need to get flights and accommodation and go shangilia our little movie on the world's biggest stage. So come on, help me out. Share, and help get Charlie to the Oscars. That's
actually where I found out about you, and I'm
like
just
a lifetime.
I know. I'm curious.
Yeah.
What was your state of mind at around that time?
State of mind was a short film I was in was nominated for the Oscars, and between like flights at that time, because it was really close to it, between flights and accommodation and everything, it would have cost about like 300 clean or like 300 G's. I was like, yo, I'd love to go. Okay, in hindsight, I knew I should have even taken a loan or something because the Oscars are the Oscars. But back then I was like, you know what? If I can get someone to sponsor me, I'll go. If I can't, meh.
Wait, so you did literally? You're just experimenting? Like
I was
thinking, like, how did you? Like even the confidence, like ilikuwa hanga ya kuomoka,
legit. I don't know. It was like I got which I guess is where most things start from. Like I got a nice idea. I was like, what if I just do a video saying that? That would be fun.
Yeah.
And I had an idea in my mind and I just went with it. The intention, the end point, the end product, I hadn't really thought that far. I'm not a man who thinks that far ahead. But I had a nice idea and I was like, we can shoot this video. So I got a friend of mine, his name is Mose. I was like, yo, shika my phone, because I record most of my content on my phone. So I told Mose, let's go to the top of the KICC. And actually, if you live in Nairobi and you've never been there, you need to go there. The views are amazing. So I went to the KICC. It's like 100 bob or 200 bob to go up there. They were like, I hope you don't have a camera. I was like, no. What? People carry cameras. It's crazy. So exactly. I was like, is a phone okay? They were like, can't do anything. So we went there, recorded that, and edited it. And then randomly, like Zahida from Safaricom called me out of the blue. I even missed several of her calls, and she was like, yo, let me not look for you again. You want to go to the Oscars? I was like, yeah. So that was the story. That was the story about how Safaricom paid for my flights, tickets, everything to go to the Oscars.
That was amazing. And I remember I shared that video personally. It was like the first post I ever shared on IG. Because I was like those ghost people. So I'm like, yo.
You were part of the reason. Probably went through you to another person,
exactly.
Got you the dust. Exactly. From Safaricom. Thank you.
And you do a lot of things. Acting, you're a radio presenter, TV host. I just have a question. As a young guy, personally coming up and everything, how do you do it all, first of all, and how is that pressure, and how do you just manage all of it?
It's not really. If you look keenly, I don't do more than two things. I rarely do more than two things at the same time.
Yeah.
Okay, actually, no, that's a lie. Let me think about it. The thing is, it's not like, oh, I'm under pressure to perform, or I want to do this or that. I think it's survival. Because rarely have I been in a job or something where I can survive for a long time. Like, let's say, because first and foremost, the first love is acting. Rarely will you find a place where you have a constant acting gig for more than 6 months or something. It always comes to an end. And then, like, swinging from one gig to another, it's always difficult. So I started the acting, and then after that first gig, I think my first major gig was Jane and Abel. It's a series that Spielworks did. It was on Maisha Magic. After that cut out, I was like, I need to survive. Like, I need to eat. I can't just chill around hoping that someone else will cast me. So I started editing for the same company that was doing Jane and Abel. So that's how I learned editing. And then Kidogo was like, this TV thing seems like it can work. So it's always like survival, because I don't know, I panic. When one gig ends, I panic. I'm like,
what's next?
So I go like, I can learn that, and I learn it, and then I do it. So it's survival, I guess. And also, survival also not just from like I need to earn money perspective. It's also survival in terms of like my mental, my soul. Because sometimes, like, if I sit at a job where roho yangu haitaki, I feel like I will actually like do. So it's also survival in that. If I'm stuck in a place where I feel like I need to do something else, I learn something else, I find something else.
Interesting. Which you mentioned, about survival and eating. Interesting thing is that you did not do film or communication on campus.
No, I did not. I did a Bachelor of Business Information Technology.
So let me ask you a question. In terms of survival, first of all, you did pursue that in terms of career? Did you?
Yeah, I did. I tried, but the universe pushed me in another direction.
Yes. So the things worked out like they worked out. Like, it was not. So my question was like, did you at some point in school feel like you're in the wrong course? Because I've spoken to many young people in this day and age who are like, me, I want to be a journalist, but I'm doing, say, engineering or BBIT. So how was it for you to go through those 4 years? Is it something that you planned after I'm done, I'm like going into acting and media and or how was that and the transition itself?
Not really. Even during the time when I was at Strath doing BBIT, because shout out to my mom, by the way. She was like, I know when I left high school, I guess, in my head I had no idea of what like I wanted the future to look like. In my head I was like, I like acting and I'm not horrible at it, but can I really like survive off it? So I had no idea of what I wanted to do. And at one point I started staying still because I didn't know what I wanted to do. I was just like, I'll just wait until it comes to me. And that is the first red flag. Never stay still, even if you don't know what you want to do. So my mom was like, I heard you say like you kind of don't hate computers, and there's this really amazing course that's starting up at Strathmore. It's called Bachelor of Business IT. Do you want to do it? I looked at the brochures. I was like, I guess. And even during that, as I was doing that, in between, like, we'd have our long semester breaks, and I would go and shoot something, or I'd go act in something. Even during the semester, like I joined in at Phoenix Players, and I was doing plays. Like during the day, I'm at school, and then in the nighttime, evenings, I'm doing plays, or I'm helping out in the theater. So for me, it wasn't like, I just want to be done with this and then I can go. What I can say for sure is that, because back then we used to live in Juja, just the travel, like getting from Juja to Strathmore, at first I was like commuting the whole way. Just that being around, staying in constant movement, you see things, you're exposed to the world. And because of that constant motion, I guess I was inspired to do things, because if I had stayed at home doing nothing, waiting for the idea to come to me, for sure that wouldn't have happened. So as I was doing BBIT, it's not like I was like, what's animalism so I can do my thing. It's if anything, it built me into that, because the things that I learned in BBIT, I guess there are things that I apply, because a lot of it is like logic, and we had courses like critical thinking or anthropology. They have helped me to be a better human being for sure. Have I applied them have I applied the more technical courses? No, not right now, not yet anyway. But being around that space where you're around other young people getting ideas and everything, that did help me to become the person that I am today.
Interesting.
So yeah, it all went hand in hand, I guess.
And I think this is a question I should have asked you in the beginning.
Yeah.
How did you find out that you really wanted to pursue, acting, media? Because I've seen, I've followed you for a while, and I've seen how,
You mean online, not like...
of course.
Because it would be weird if it's hanging out back there like, hey, come again. Cool.
Exactly. So when did you know that this is something that you want to monomaniacally focus on, like the media and acting and everything?
I do this a lot. I credit the universe for that, because where I am now, it's like the world, the universe, some external powers push me to that. When I left Strathmore with my bachelor's in IT, I actually actively looked for a job in IT, because I guess I'm drilled traditionally. Traditionally, it's like you maliza uni, you get a job, na kanaenda. So in my mind, I was like, I have a degree, I might as well get a job in IT. I was up and down Upper Hill for months, just dropping CVs. The worst part is, those CVs are going right to the dumpster. I hadn't done a lot of, some of my classmates in uni, like they did this thing where when you're in like third year, second year, you're talking to people in companies, so it's easier for you to go in there.
The networks.
Exactly, building networks. I did none of that, which was a mistake in hindsight. So nikitoka nilikuwa na expect nimetoka watu wataanza kunipatia lie. So like even one time I went, I think was it to Britam or something, I was told, oh, that's your CV, just take it down to our mail room. This is in the basement, and no one is ever going to read. That thing is never going to talk at the basement. So I tried that, and I was lucking out Kabsa. In that time, I was doing some volunteer work at Phoenix Players just to keep myself active. And then the first audition came, and then I auditioned for it, and the lady, Dorothy Getuba, she was producer at Spielberg. She was like, this kid has something, and I got the role. And it just started from there. Like the universe took me from there, like I was stuff tying, flung me into the world of entertainment, and I prospered. I did well. My scenes went amazing. The talent showed. So from there, I was just following like what, I guess, the path of least resistance. Lucky for me, it led me to a really nice place. Who knows where it would have led me, but this is where it has led me. Following the universe and seeing, like, doing my best at everything, but when I see opportunity, going for it.
That's interesting. So you're basically a confused kid when growing up,
Still
Because I'm saying that because someone might look at you and be like, yo, this guy is like, he had vision and which leads me to my other question.
No vision at all.
Exactly. When you started off, and like I said, following you online, you were everywhere, doing vlogs. Let me just explain. Doing vlogs, TLC, Liberty.
Yes.
You were doing the most at that time in your own capacity. Was there a time that it was not that smooth? Because now you have this new path that you're following.
Yes.
This media field. Was there a time like you were like, okay, I'm done. Let me just go back to my IT or whatever.
So here's the thing. Something that so I guess social media has this effect on everyone.
Yes.
It makes everything look more glamorous than it is, and it makes everything look like it followed a specific path. Because it didn't really happen like that. It didn't go smoothly. Between all of these things, like a major reason I started vlogging and creating content online is because I had months between shoots. Like when Jane and Abel finished the first season, I couldn't find work. Because here's the thing, as an actor, you depend on people casting you for roles. Not a lot of people write roles for people who aren't alphas.
Yes.
See, I'm not an alpha, right? So when a person is writing a script, you'll be like, oh, this is a 28-year-old strapping, tall, dark, and handsome man. And then they look at Karumi, they're like, maybe the man has a kid. So I was banking on the fact that there's a kid written into the script somewhere, which wasn't going so well. So I started content creation because if you want to make it, I guess in any industry, but specifically media, you have to train constantly. So my vlogging, my content online, that is my training. Going up in front of the camera and going like, oh, this is Charlie, so this is what I want to do. Episode 1 will be far worse than episode 5 if you look at them. So in that time you're training, you're growing. So that was my training, and I was getting bored. I needed like a creative outlet. And the thing is, if you look at my timeline on social media, it looks like everything flowed into another, but there was times even after Liberty, and Liberty was one of my the biggest gifts that I've ever done. I'd spent 2-3 months in SA shooting something amazing with some amazing people. Came from South Africa, and I'm here, and I'm like, okay, let the acting continue. And I stayed jobless, I think, for like 6-7 months. And at that point I was like, there's a time, this is just coming to me now, but there's a time I thought of relocating to SA because I'd made a few friends there, and I knew like if I went, I really wanted to go to this film school in SA. It's really expensive. I can't remember the name of the film school. I even started the application processes because I was going nowhere. I was trying I couldn't see a way anywhere. I'd even told my mom, my brothers, I was like, yo, I'm thinking of like relocating to SA, see what's up there. And then something happened, and another thing happened, and then kidogo, watu wote kidogo, everything else. I did a stint at K24 as well, and then Energy came around. So it's all flowed one into one. It seems like it's flowed into each other, but there were periods in there
that were never seen.
They were never seen, because here's the thing, and I try as much as possible, because I think people should post on social media. Like pictures that aren't so glamorous. Like I understand every once in a while, watch 2 photos a photo shoot, but every once in a while, if you're just eating a mango, just show them that you're alive. Nothing is happening. You're just eating a mango. I know it's difficult to post the low moments
that
in your
nothing
life
is happening
on Instagram, but try as much as you can, because I guess it'll help people who are watching you to realize that it all just doesn't happen instantaneously. Like evil to things. Just there are down times, there are low times, there are times where it's just your life is just
and I've noticed you're always witty with it. Like when you have low moments, you like put it in, because I've watched some of your interviews and everything. Like, bro, it's not that easy.
Exactly. You need to stay, because people are out here going like, oh, my life is amazing. And I know, here's the thing about the entertainment industry. As much as I'm like, oh, you should be real, no one gets very far with being the realest version of themselves. Because look at freaking Vera. And as much as you want to deny it, people love seeing something that is so fantastical. The reason, like, you watch like the Kardashians, or you watch like videos, you're like, I want to see that video where they went to the US or Lamborghini. Maybe they leased that. But you don't want to see the video where they went shopping for groceries at random market up. You want to see the fantastical stuff, the things that are so out of the ordinary, so unlike your life, things that you aspire to. That's what us as the viewing public you want to see. So that it stands to reason that entertainers will make content that you watch and go like
crazy.
So kuna kuanga na hiyo pressure. Na naelewa. But sometimes you have to try and balance it out. I think it's nice to balance it out.
True. Anyway, you mentioned water. Let's talk about that.
وصك إنا كسول ذاتينا ربا قال لهم الصبح إنا كنسوع
wewe ulikuwa na mama Mkristo ako wapi? Ako wapi? Ndio mfundisho ndani ya Qurani. Usinue.
So you go to the Oscars.
Yes.
How was it? Let me just start that. That's one of my favorite vlogs, by the way.
Mine as well.
Yeah.
The whole thing is, it's surreal sometimes. Like, even listening to you, even I have to watch the vlog to go like, God,
that happened.
damn,
like that happened.
Actually happened.
Yeah.
So I don't know, it was such a, if you imagine my life, ka ile kitu kwa hospitali yana the Oscars wasn't like, my life is usually like a flattish line, but the Oscars was like this. It's so out of my ordinary life. Like sometimes when my brain goes like, come on, that was probably a dream. Come on. But every bit of it was amazing. Like I remember landing, I'd never been to the US. Crossing the Atlantic, flying over Canada, you're seeing like below you like snow-covered mountains, landing in LA, you see the big sign, and you've seen it in all the movies, like LAX, like seeing that huge sign, seeing all of these, seeing actual Americans for the first time and realizing,
you know,
exactly. Going to, we were staying at Airbnbs in the Hollywood Hills, like chilling with your friends. What, like in the morning, seeing all of these like crazy cars, like random things, walking on the Hollywood Walk of Fame, and then during the Oscars, like they shut their whole city down, like for only for that. It's like if the Oscars were at KICC, and the whole city meshatiwa down kutoka Kitukawe
for that event.
Like for your car to get here, Nika, you see how sometimes when you do the marathon, they kind of shut down Nairobi. That's how they do, and feeling so amazing, and people like cheering. It was epic. Like in the hall itself, in the Dolby Theatre itself, to go to like the nosebleed seats, but still being there and seeing all of that in front of you, you realize like the world is huge, the industry is like big, and there are so many levels that we can get to. It was just,
did that do something to you, like in terms of shifting your perspective, like realizing that this is something that I want to go crazy on, or you know, like how
unfortunately it did. It should have made me go like, this is where I want to go, but it didn't. I think a part of my mind knew that I was only there for a while. Knew that stuff was temporary. You know? And thinking back about it, it's kinda sad. I knew it was temporary. I knew it was a fleeting moment. So I enjoyed it. But did it do something to me to make me realize, I guess at that point, even now, if I got to there, I wouldn't feel like I deserved it. I don't feel like I'm still putting in, legit, I'm still putting in work. For me, it's very important in my life for me to feel like I deserve something. So if someone landed me a role in Hollywood right now, and I got like a Lamborghini, a limo, and like I'm I'd still go like, I still don't deserve it. I haven't done enough trench work still, like battle in the trenches. Eventually I will feel, and I know this goes against some of the books, motivational like, oh, believe that you're worth it. I haven't believed it yet. I'm still working there. Will I get there eventually? I will. So I'm still putting in work. One time I will be deserving of that, and I feel like I'll be ready. Like my skill will, and not to brag, like at the point I am now, in everything I do, the reason why I guess I'm happy at what I do is because even if someone goes like, say, I believe in myself, I go like, nah, this is why I deserve what I'm doing right now. This is why I deserve this. I've worked, I've hustled till this point. And when I do get to Hollywood levels, I will tell them that I deserve, because I will feel like I've put in the work to that extent.
And there will be something to show as well.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm still working my way to there. Back then I was telling you, I knew it was a fleeting moment. I will work my way back there in time.
Interesting.
In time.
But anyway, you are now in the media industry. You're in the media space, doing radio at Energy Radio. I'm working towards that as well. But I just have to ask you, because I've, again, followed you for a while, and I know this is something that you always pursued and wanted. Now you're there. How is the reality? Is it like all that, glam and like, you're on radio, I'm enjoying it, it's what you always thought of it. How is it that now
it's a lot easier for me because it didn't happen. There are some people who it happens like overnight.
Yes.
It seems to happen overnight. Mine took a while, and it's gradual. Like my fame didn't go like from 0 to 100 real quick. It's happened gradually. Like keep mdogo. So the reality that I'm facing now, it's happened gradually, but now you realize that it's not. It is fun. It is fun and fancy, like being on air, having millions of people listen to, and having even more people like recognize you just from your voice. Because sometimes I'll be walking, and then someone will go like, and then I'll say something, and someone will turn around and go like, ah, Charlie, and I'll go like, yeah, thank you for listening. But it's work. It's work. It's constant work. It's constantly trying to think how to push that and push it forward. Trying to think how you can stay on people's mind. Trying to see what kind of content will best build your audience. Like msee akitoka kuwatch Kenya na watch ama kusikiza Kenya nasikia, anatoka hapo as like they are better for it.
Or even what's the reason behind for them to listen to you? Exactly.
Never take things away from people from watching you or listening to you. Always add on to them. They've learned something. They've felt better about themselves. They work on a resolve to do something else. So
Interesting.
So it's a lot of work. It's a lot of responsibility, and it's a privilege to be able to do this. And I recognize all of that, and I give thanks.
Good. It's necessary. It's necessary. Yeah. But anyway, 5 years from now. I always don't like asking that question because I don't know. But 5 years from now.
5 years from now.
How is it going for Charlie?
I will be, and I know probably my boss will probably watch this and go like, but eventually how it's been all through my life, acting always calls me back. Like I'll do other things and then my brain will be like, oh yeah, if you don't act in something right now, you're going to go mad. But you're so I think I have a timer on me. I will end up back in acting. So 5 years from now, I'll be back in acting. And acting it's not glamorous at all. We make it look like it, but it's a lot of brokenness, a lot of hoping someone picks you at an audition. It's a lot of that. But I will be back there. So 5 years from now, I will be back.
I feel like acting is your first love.
It is. It is. Even on I usually have business cards.
Oh yeah.
Do I have one? Ooh, before I ruin the beautiful pay. I do not have a business card now. But wait. No, that is not a business card. They read actor and then everything else follows. It's actor, TV and radio presenter, vlogger.
All right.
So
there's a time you said that acting is not. It's only for the pretty people. If you're not beautiful in the acting industry, you have it rough.
Yeah, I've had it. Now you're struggling. Hey, I'm not saying, look at the people who prosper in the acting industry. I'm not saying they're not talented, but they're
not. But yes, I mean, I remember a time when
Nick, what's up?
Was like crazy.
Nick Mutuma. Yo, come on, he's a good-looking man. He's doing well. I'm just saying,
I think we should start writing our own characters. Is that because that's the only way you get.
Remember what I told you? Entertainment people want to see things that make them go. Hey, I know my mom says I'm pretty, but I don't want to go to a theater and go like, this is the hero of the movie. This guy looks like me. Now you want to see pretty people. So I'm paying to go. That's why I'm paying to go watch Nick Mutuma on big screen, bro. That's why I'm going to go pay money for Brenda Eremo on the big screen. Celeste doing a show here. It's great. Pascal Topodi. I'm like, I understand why he's up. So I'm not saying, and I know that sounds very self-deprecating, but the industry is the industry. Pretty people do better at entertainment. Smart people do better at being doctors. Tall, athletic people do better at athletics. So I guess it's finding your strength where you're naturally gifted.
All right. But do you think we'll get there in terms of our entertainment industry? You know, like you said, Oscar, they literally shut down a street or a whole city. Do you think we'll get there?
I'm not sure. The thing is, for the industry to grow to that extent, even us people who watch movies and such, we have to be ready. Kenyans don't have an idiot. And I'm a Kenyan as well. We are used to free things. Like I want to watch a vlog that is free to watch. I don't want to like pay money to go to a theater. And if you don't pay money, that's why like nowadays like most of the things I do, like I try pay for my phone music, like what I listen to music on my phone. I pay for that because I know eventually it will trickle down to artists. when I try go for more concerts, I try pay for my Netflix when I can. You know, so we have to get used to paying for things because eventually that money trickles down. If you Zoya free things, there'll be no money to get the industry to that. Yeah, so if you can, so it'll be a while.
It will take a while, but hopefully it will get there. But anyway, we can talk about a lot of things, but we're out of time. So I just want to ask you, I want to ask you quick five, right? One answer and you're done. Number one, what is the one thing you're grateful for despite COVID-19, if you felt it?
One thing I'm
grateful for. Despite this whole period, pandemic and everything.
One thing I'm grateful for, good health, I guess.
Good health. If you had to pick between, I think you answered this, if you had to pick between acting, TV hosting, or really presenting, pick one. Acting. Alright. Yeah. Number three, what is the best advice you ever received?
Best advice I've ever received?
Wow. Oh, that should give.
Oh no, I have very horrible memory, but on my show on the Energy Breakfast Club, we do something called the nudes. We send nudes, nurturing, uplifting, educated, and S is for stupid if you thought we actually send nudes. But we had this quote from The Great Gatsby. I'm paraphrasing, before you judge anyone, always remember that not everyone is as privileged as you are. I guess just realizing that you're privileged and you're lucky to have what you have.
Amazing. What keeps you going every day? The one thing.
Happiness.
Wow.
The happiness and the pursuit of
happiness. I watched the movie.
It's just nice.
What would you say is your purpose in life?
To be happy.
To be happy and to pursue happiness.
Yeah, to be happy and to try and make other people happy.
Amazing. Thank you so much, Charlie. That's all the time we have.
Thank you very
much. I'm really grateful that you came through. Thank you guys. Hope you liked this video. If you did, do tag us or anything. Leave a comment down below. And thank you, Charlie. Till next time. Bye.